All right, everybody, Rob Ferretti here, and here is a general update video. Obviously, you'll see most of my cars are gone. I said I was selling all of them. I am still selling all of them. I had 5 of them that had to go to Las Vegas for a private event. Those cars are going to auction from Vegas, and then I've got everything but, I think, this Urus going to auction. The Corvette's sold, the one Range Rover's gone, and then yeah, we're going to have a whole bunch of new cars over here. But let's talk about my luggage company, because my luggage company has been consuming a lot of my time lately. And I did a video where I was like, hey guys, I'm doing this luggage thing and I'm going to do a Kickstarter. Right? So then you may look and you'll be like, wow, whatever happened to that Kickstarter? And I know a natural reaction would be like, how much did he raise on Kickstarter? How did it do on Kickstarter? What, like, we didn't do Kickstarter. And I think that requires an explanation. And it's not because I didn't try to do Kickstarter. Kickstarter rejected me on the first time. And I put up this thing and I'm like, hey, one of the most frustrating things on Kickstarter is when you don't get your product, right? You invest in this idea, you say, this is great. Well, good news, everybody. I've got something for you. You're going to help give me data, which was the purpose of me using Kickstarter. And you're going to let me know before it's too late and while I can still change my order, what color preferences, the volume of orders and stuff like that. However, Kickstarter was like, well, you know, and I'll actually, you know, let me just read it to you. Thanks for sharing your project with us. We've given it careful review and unfortunately we're unable to approve it to launch. Kickstarter is a community dedicated to bringing new ideas to life and finding support for your next creative endeavor. Although we allow creators to use products they've previously created as rewards, the goal of any project should be to make something new. You're welcome to develop or iterate on past projects, even if you're only making small changes. However, your submitted project seems oriented towards sharing the product you've already created, rather than expanding on your original idea. In order to move forward, we ask that you let your backers know in your project description what changes you'll be making to your previous creation. Sketches of updated designs, swatches of new colors, and examples of how you're modifying the design are all good places to start. Once you've made and saved those changes, the edit project page, let us know. We'll be happy to take another look. So I was like, all right, it said that we're too far along, effectively. Like we're selling a product. And I'm like, well, it's pre-revenue. It's not even produced yet. We just have prototypes. So it's not really a product. This is launching a product. It should qualify. But they gave me the out. They're like, if you just change the color or you just do like a spin-off of the product, you're good. So I was like, all right, well, we're doing the full-size luggage. So let me put the schematics for the full-size luggage, and I'll use this as a way to push the full-size luggage while giving you a reward of the carry-on luggage. So I resubmitted. Nope. Shut me down again. And I was like, how are you shutting me down? We have a company that's just, it's a new product. It's nobody has anything like this. It should flourish on Kickstarter. The fact that I'm removing probably the biggest frustration of a crowdfunding platform, which is the fact that I'm removing the fact that you may not get anything for your investment. Now you're going to back a product and actually get a product. That should make Kickstarter look great. Hey, I ordered this thing or I helped this company out. They delivered a product. It's tested. It worked as it was supposed to. They got it to me within a couple of weeks. To me, Kickstarter should be like, we're going to promote the crap out of this guy because it makes us look good that all these people backed a project. They got what they were expecting to get in a reasonable time frame, and it works the way it was supposed to work. I don't know. So what do you do from there? Because I still don't have the data. Now, the data on my bags that I've gotten so far, because I did that video and you guys all had the opportunity to scoop up bags. It's like 80% blue and red. And that's the main reason I really wanted to do a Kickstarter, because if you know my demographics, we're a car channel and now a luggage channel, but the demographics are 98% guys. So of course you're going to do blue and red as the most commonly ordered colors. Not a lot of guys tend to swing with the pink bags. It's just the way of the world, right? You can read into that whatever you want. But the blue and the red were the most popular by far. But that's not indicative of the overall market, because not everybody buying a suitcase is a guy. So, and especially a car guy or something like that. So now we have to go a little bit deeper. And that's why I'm going to now switch over to another platform called Indiegogo. And I've actually backed projects on both Kickstarter and Indiegogo in the past. I think of the 3 or 4 projects that I backed, I only received product once, and it didn't really work as I was expecting it to work, but that's such is life. So Indiegogo, the difference is they're smarter. They're like, look, we've got a platform, and we'll even let people sell finished products on here. We're just going to take a commission. We become like a storefront at that point in time. So they'll let you put whatever phase of your company you're in, and they'll promote it as such, and they take maybe a different percentage or something. So I'm going to launch now on Indiegogo and hopefully it gets launched soon. Ideally, I'll put a link. I will put a link in the description when it's live. But I still would like to get the data because I've got the product coming in, and my first container of product is actually going in the ocean in the next couple of days, if not next week, because it's got to get to the U.S. for December 10th so I can ship it out and everybody gets their bags by Christmas. But that presented a whole nother set of challenges. So the Indiegogo is going to go live sooner rather than later so I can get a little bit more data, because the production run, even though the first container is on the ocean, the production run will still be going. When I go out November 20th to 25th, I'm going to Thailand to visit the factory and actually watch this stuff being made and confirm that there's no 7-year-olds making them, and if there are, that they're good at what they do, because they don't have a lot of life experience. I want to make sure they're good at their craft. It's a joke. No, take it the way you want. I don't care. Anyway, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to visit the factory. I'll take you on that experience. It is a tough one because I've got so much travel I've had recently and now coming up, which is why there's been a lack of videos here. But I've got another trip to Vegas tomorrow, which maybe is today, Wednesday to Sunday this week for private adventure drives. And then Wednesday to Monday next week, I'm going to Thailand, but I have to go through Japan both ways. Connecting flights, no fun, right? They don't give you a lot of options. They don't let you go more than like 18 hours between connections. So I booked a round trip to Tokyo, and then in between my round trip to Tokyo, I did a round trip to Bangkok. I've never been to Asia. I'm going to document it. It should be interesting. We'll see how that goes. My flights, I've got a 5-night trip, of which 2 of the nights are going to be on airplanes. So I've got a 15-hour flight to Tokyo, and I was like, I'm not getting off a 15-hour flight and hopping an 8-hour flight down to Thailand. So I'm going to take a day in Tokyo. So I've got 1 night in Tokyo when I land in Tokyo. Then I've got the 8-hour flight to Bangkok. I go from there. I land at like almost midnight or 11 o'clock at night. The next morning, they pick me up, drive me to the factory, bring me back, and then I leave that same night at like 12:15 in the morning to fly the red-eye back to Tokyo. Then I have like a day and a half in Tokyo before I take a 14-hour flight back to the U.S. So it's going to be a fun one. As I said, I've got logistical issues that have come up from just the shipping and trying to get everything done in time. I've got a marketing company on standby. I'm contracting with a company called Monkedia, and they're going to handle the marketing. And that was based off of like I can hire a CMO, so like a chief marketing officer, to manage all these campaigns. I can learn stuff and try to do it, or I can just hire people that do this for a living. And to hire a CMO would cost me 150 grand at least. And I'm like, well, I'll just use that 150 grand as part of the marketing spend, and just using a team of 50 people versus like hiring one guy and then investing on top of that. I've got my first employee, so I've got one person, and that's an operations manager. That is somebody that is going to be learning as we go and taking over a lot of the stuff on my plate. So this is all stuff that I can teach and hand off to somebody else, so it's not in my wheelhouse, but I'm available and have much more free time when somebody else is handling a lot of that stuff. After that, we had to do some random logistics that are coming up, right? Like to get that container here in time, I had to ship it to the West Coast. Shipping it to the East Coast would take another 30 days, and I don't have an extra 30 days. I want to get people product by Christmas, because when people order stuff, even in my last video, I'm like, hey guys, this stuff will ship in beginning or middle of December. And I've had people email me, hey, I ordered the bag 2 weeks ago. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm like, It's in the description. It's in the whole video. It's a pre-order, and like you're going to get it in December. Oh, okay, didn't notice. So like, that's really why I haven't pushed the product too much, because I can only handle so much of those messages. But now that we know product is coming in, I have the logistics. I'm working with what's going to be, it's called a 3PL, so a third-party logistics company that's going to get my containers from the port, bring them to their warehouse, put the SKUs in, label everything, and ship them out as the orders come in. Or if the orders are already in, they're just going to ship them out as they arrive at their warehouse. There's going to be storage involved. There's shipping, plus minus. There's a lot going on with that. But ideally, it'll be cheaper to bring it in-house if I've got enough volume coming in. We'll see how that goes. When we have more of a lead time, we'll start bringing stuff to the East Coast. But otherwise, it's going to ship out of the West Coast for now. I got a phone call for that coming up in a couple of minutes. There's a lot going on, and that's sort of why I haven't been making car videos about people who do stupid things with cars, but they will be coming back up soon. After these 2 weeks of travel that I have, that's the only stuff I have on my schedule currently for travel for the rest of the year, and we'll see where it goes from there. But right now, we're looking pretty. I'm loving the bags. We did a couple of photo shoots already. We did one in New York. We did 2 at my house, one for just the products for the website, and one was like a lifestyle shoot. And then we did one in Vegas. So we're starting to populate content. We got the marketing team getting together. I've got people cutting ads together. I've got people doing 3D animations together. There's a lot going on, but we're going to launch this thing hard, and we're going to see how it goes. And I'm excited for it. So there is your little update as to where we are, why there was no Kickstarter, because Kickstarter is too good for people that are trying to make them look good. And there's an Indiegogo that'll help ideally launch and get us the data that we're trying to get before it's too late to modify our current production run and end up having to sell out of some colors and have excess of other colors. And yeah. So these are the trials and tribulations of starting a business. It's fun, it's interesting, it's entertaining, and I will keep you in the loop and let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching. See you soon.